Once I had a conference on the mountain after I came back, and as soon as I heard the committee on the present danger was about to restart again, and then I had a meeting with the Brian's Kennedy. Ouch, I'm not supposed to say that. Anyway, he is the chairman now. I think that my biggest concern is involving the Chinese people. The other is the wealth of these kleptocrats. A lot of money is invested in some of the country's most important infrastructures, and all the money is washed out. My dear warrior friends, I cannot imagine how severe the infiltration to the West through the BGY plan is really beyond your imagination. So I told my friend that you will be willing to, from past the ambassador and make a lot of money from Chinese people. Oops, my mistake. I'm not supposed to say that. From the official, and then become a lawyer. Everyone knows that you made a lot of money from China, but you have found your conscience. And now you are helping Chinese people to find the money that have been taken away. This is so meaningful. It meant more than Stuart. In those days, John Stuart, the U.S. ambassador to China, really helped China a lot. But what you are doing now means so much to Chinese people. I am very happy and shocked to see that in the West, many people used to be BGY'd. And now, suddenly people couldn't stand it anymore and started waking it up. What they're doing in China is insane. Arrest 1 or 2 million people from Xinjiang, and many villages are disappearing one by one. This is how they treat the Tibetan as well. Then Huawei is lying blankly in the West. Then Guo Wengui was fined 60 billion yuan, and the Chinese entrepreneurs were wiped out one by one. Then the rest of it will run with them. However, the infiltration in the West is so severe, and even interfered the midterm elections in the United States. And now they're trying everything to influence and interfere the 2020 election. This is the exposed revolution, opening up the people's mind. Not only the mind of the Chinese people, but also open the mind of the American and the Western people. We have to let the West to see the truth through us. Yesterday afternoon, 2 members of Congress, they have contacted me and they wanted me to go to Washington. Said, can we meet? Discussed the several proposals for me to participate in, including the wealth of the kleptocrats. There has to be legislation that allows the U.S. financial institutions to disclose all of their China-related escrow and transactions in excess of $1 million. It has to come out. Legislation. To be honest, it was a matter of time, and I was surprised at how quickly it came. After the United States has passed the law and imposed the sanctions, Europe and Japan must follow suit. But I am embarrassed to tell these 2 members of Congress that I'm getting my hair cut too soon. I thought at least it will take 100 days. Within these days, I will never cut my hair and use a razor. If I don't accomplish my 3 goals in 100 days, I will do it for 200 days. Everything is happening so fast. God is helping us. Everything is God's arrangement. It's to let us achieve. My 3 goals came ahead of the schedule. One of the things that came out of this, and this is what the 2 senators said, but I cannot tell him that. I have a confidentiality agreement. As you walk around, like I said, the United States will impose the sanctions on the Chinese companies, 100 or 1,300. Now, I'm telling you, there must be more than 3,000. The committees of the present danger of the United States has been relaunched, openly anti-communist. And did you notice that? Mr. Bannon's speech. The Chinese people are good. The Chinese people have been enslaved by them. 1.4 billion people have been enslaved by them for many years. Look at Mr. Bannon. Look at the Chairman Frank. all the speakers. It has been mentioned that the Chinese and the Communist Party should be separated. This is the fundamental premises for the cooperation between the Rule of Law Foundation and your committees of the present danger. The Chinese people must be separated from the Communist Party. The Communist parties must be separated from the vast majority. Everyone look. Have they done it? Next, we have to do a lot of things. All countries will fully activate, targeting the Iran's Revolutionary Guard. They call it Iran Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Listed as the Triad Organization, as a terrorist organization. Must put Jiang's families and other few families, include Jiang Zhichen and some of other people on the list of the Triad Organization and the terrorist organization. I don't believe his head is made of steel. I don't believe they're all covered in diamonds. I don't believe it. After this legislation, who else can be he corrupted? Liu He's 21 name list. Liu He, you will stay here. You're not going anywhere. You'll launder the money for the communist families by using the name of the state. Break the law, abuse the judiciary. You're not going anywhere. I haven't told you anything about Liu He. It's to give you face, to keep your dignity, because we have mutual friends. Since you are coming this way, all right, let's start with Huaping Fund, Union of the Pacific. So we're your friends. The reasons Wang Wei shaved the beard, I cannot tell you guys today, but I will share with you guys in the future. God is helping us. I have achieved my goals before the schedule. The seizures of wealth of the kleptocrats, the sanction of the kleptocrats that are abroad, is one of our highest targets. We want to reach out to all the largest organizations and institutions in the West, as well as the most influential Western financial groups and families. We want to work with the most secretive and powerful institutions in the West, from economically, militarily, and politically to destroy the Chinese Communist Party.
我们要和西方最神秘、最有力量的机构进行合作，从经济上、政治上、军事上彻底把它摧垮。
Support Rule of Law Foundation is a way of helping yourself in the future. 支持法治基金就是支持中国人民的未来。Thanks for watching. Please subscribe The Voice of Go Media.